Welcome back to Sous Vide Everything, guys. Today, roasted garlic with steak. Just talking about it, my mouth is already salivating. Check it out.
And everything starts off with these two beautiful bone-in ribeyes. As you can see, they are thick. To be more specific, they are 2 inches each. That is exactly what I recommend whenever you're cooking steaks sous vide. Try to avoid those little thin ones. As we all know, bigger is always better. The most important thing, like always, to make sure that we get a good seasoning. For today, I'm using salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. One of the most important things about cooking a thick steak like this is to make sure you season well, including the edges. So don't be afraid to season the board and roll them right on it. This will ensure that every single edge is perfectly seasoned. Once that was done, the next thing to do is to throw them in a bag, vacuum seal them, and get them ready for the water bath. That's perfect because it allows me to go ahead and prepare the next important thing. And I'm talking about roasted garlic. Oof, that right there is incredible. To make it, it's pretty easy, and I'm gonna show you 2 ways. The first thing we need is, of course, garlic. Any one of them will work. Instead of peeling them out, the only thing I like to do is to cut the top. This allows me to expose all of the cloves and get them seasoned. The only thing I highly recommend is to make plenty of it, because believe it or not, 1 head is good for 1 person. It is absolutely delicious. The next thing to do is to transfer them into a container. I like to use a mini cast iron skillet, but anything will work. For the seasoning, I start off with good olive oil followed by thyme, salt, and freshly ground black pepper. As you can see, once I was done, I just made sure that every single one of them was perfectly coated with the seasoning, because the next thing to do is to go ahead and cook them. I threw one into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The other one went straight to my smoker. I also kept it at the same exact temperature. After 40 minutes, I took out the one from the oven and checked that out. That is a perfectly roasted garlic, and I only wish you could smell it. Yes, it smells like heaven, and it is absolutely delicious. I mean, take a look at this. This is good with anything, and it's going to be perfect to spread on top of our steak. But most importantly, I'm going to make an easy sauce to go along with some incredible potatoes. And if you've never removed the cloves from a roasted garlic, let me show you how easy it is. You just gotta squeeze it and it automatically comes all out. As you can see, the cloves are very soft and it's very easy to smash. Once I was done with that, this is what it looks like. That, my friends, is roasted garlic paste, and it is delicious. By the way, the smoked garlic took 1 hour to cook. The only huge difference is the smell. You have that nice, wonderful smoky smell that, man, it's to die for. However, the application is the same exact thing. It's easy to take it out and make garlic paste with it. Now to make our sauce. This is heaven on earth, and it's going to be perfect for a garlic sauce. Talking about that, remember, exact amount and ingredients always in the description down below for you. Into my food processor, I threw in a little bit of mayo, followed by the roasted garlic, sriracha, lime juice, black pepper, and to finish it off, olive oil. Now there's left to do is to blend it well, because by that time your sauce is done. This right here is incredible with any steak, but most importantly, it's going to pair up with some incredible potato balls. And I'm talking about cheesy potato balls. I mean, take a look at this, and you're gonna be amazed how easy it is to make them. As always, remember, exact amount and ingredients always in the description down below for you. I started by first peeling all of my potatoes. You can use it with the skin, but I think skinless is a lot better. Once that was done, I chopped them up to make sure every single one of them was the same size. This ensures me that they will cook evenly. That way there will be no waste of time. Talking about that, I threw them in boiling water to cook for about 10 minutes. I'm just looking for them to be nice and tender. As you can see, this was exactly what I was looking for. Nice and tender potatoes. The next thing to do was to drain the water and smash them up. Here's a quick tip: if you have leftover mashed potato, you can skip all of these steps, because this is almost exactly what we were left with. The next thing to do to give some structure to our balls is to throw in a good amount of potato starch. Mix everything well and combine all of them together. If you are doing it from scratch like me, make sure you let this thing cool down. If not, you're gonna burn your hand. Trust me, I learned that the hard way. For the cheese, I'll be using cheese strings. They are the perfect shape, you just gotta cut them to size. To make the ball is pretty straightforward. You got a little bit of potato dough, make a hole right in the middle and add your cheese. Form the ball as best as you can, and there you have it. That is as easy as it gets. At the same time, you can see that it's just basically potato and cheese. Now we need to add our crust, and for that I chose to add some breading. I started with flour, followed by egg wash, and of course breadcrumbs. The only important thing to keep in mind here is to make sure every single edge is perfectly coated. Once I was done, this is what I was left with. with. Now those are ready to be fried. The great thing about this is that you can actually do this a day ahead and leave it in your refrigerator for whenever you're ready to fry. But hey, I'm not gonna wait that long. Talking about that, I like to keep my oil at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I slowly but surely throw in my balls. Let them cook until you get a nice golden brown color. The first few seconds it is important not to move them around so that you do not lose the breadcrumbs. But once that's done, feel free to move them around to make sure that every single one of them is perfectly golden brown. As you can see, some of the cheese will start popping out, and that is totally okay, because once you are happy with the color, you gotta remove them and let them rest. You don't want to eat them straight from the fryer. It is way too hot. I mean, check them out, everybody. Mashed potatoes, cheese, and breadcrumbs. Come on, you already know this tastes amazing. As I open one up, oof, check out that cheese. That is what I'm talking about. And they should be perfect to go along with our steaks. Talking about that, the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook them. For that, I'm throwing both of them in the same water bath at 135 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours.
I got my beautiful steaks ready. As you know, I cooked them at 135 degrees Fahrenheit for a total of 2 hours. Even though those are some thick boys, they are still perfectly done at 2 hours. Now, I can leave them there for up to 6 hours without any change. That is why sous vide is perfect, especially if you are a busy person and you cannot take it out immediately. However, we are hungry, it is ready, and it's time to take it out. Let's do it. I know what you're thinking, right? As soon as I take it out of the bag, you take a look at that steak. It's great, not very appetizing. That is normal with sous vide. If you've never seen sous vide how it works, this is how it works, because in the middle is perfectly cooked. But now we're gonna put a crust. There's so many different alternatives for you to do that. You can either use a cast iron pan, or you can also go ahead and use your grill. But my favorite technique is to use my flamethrower. I just do it hot and quick and as fast as possible without overcooking the middle. So now I say, I know my steaks don't look that good right now, but watch this. All right, everybody, here we have our beautiful feast today. Are you hungry, Angel?
Oh, I'm hungry.
You better be hungry. There's a lot of steaks here, buddy. So we got a little experiment today. As you can see, we got some garlic, and we also have some very special little appetizer over here. Which one you want to go first?
Well, they always start with the appetizer.
Try this. Now, here's what I'm curious about, right? There's two types of sauces. Careful, they might be a little bit hot because I just deep fried them. They came out of the fryer right now, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Oh, you went the whole thing. Oh, man.
It's a little smoky.
It's smoky, yeah. Everybody. That's what I'm talking about. Well, I think you like it, huh? It's fair to say you even took the other one already. Try with the other sauce. Well, you're gonna have you're gonna need another one. All right, second one. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, this one more smooth.
Smooth.
I think that this one tastes good.
Yeah.
But this one tastes better.
That's what you gotta say. What about these little cheese balls?
Oh, these things are fire. They're fluffy and they're big enough to like eat for a while. Like if you get like 2 or 3.
Yeah, you're good. It's like
good.
it's like, you know, it's more than a spoon of mashed potato, you know? Now I'm excited for the steak. The special thing about this steak is that it's a roasted garlic steak, okay? So here's how to do it. You grab, obviously you cut the steak. As you guys can see, perfectly medium rare. Then you wanna grab 1 garlic clove. See how they pop up, Angel, like that? So we're gonna grab one, only one, see that? And then right on top, since it's extremely soft, it just becomes a paste. Check it out.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't show you guys that on the camera. What a shame. It just becomes a paste, everybody. And you paste it right on top of it. Roasted garlic steak. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh, that's smooth.
I don't know about you, but that just brings a lot of joy inside of me.
I was just analyzing.
No.
That's better than garlic powder.
Yes, it is better than garlic powder. 110%. I highly recommend that. Andrew? What about that?
So good.
It's so good. It's crazy good.
It's not that strong like
No, sometimes when
you
you put a lot of garlic on it, it becomes kind of so much that it's kind of bitter and it punches you in the face.
This is more like under the radar. It's like
Yeah, it's milder.
mild. It's more mild than a regular raw garlic.
Anyway, guys, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in anything I use, everything is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Now, I highly recommend everything, and these potato balls are amazing.